If so, hey everyone, welcome to another Webflow Workshop. I'm your host, Nelson. Thank you for joining me this week. And for those who return every week, thank you so much for joining in the live chat room. Right now, Riley, Jorn, and Alexandra, thank you guys for being the early birds here. Hope you guys, if you're in... I think maybe Riley or Jorn and maybe Pete is in the live chat in America. So if you hopefully you had a great 4th of July weekend. Yeah. So what are we talking about this week? We're talking about UX, and UX stands for user experience or human centric design, and I usually go to, I used to go to Comic-Con. If you're not familiar with Comic-Con, it's a huge comic book convention here in San Diego. And it's intense. There's so many people in costumes. There's the huge crowds. And I remember when I went, it was small. You can get a ticket at the ticket booth at the front door. And it just grew more massive and massive through the years to the point I'm like, oof, okay, now it's too much. And as I look at their website, more and more, the Comic-Con website becomes more and more massive because there's so much information they're trying to pack into a website that to me, it's as crazy as the convention itself. I mean, the whole workflow to find information or to get a badge is intense. And so we're going to look at this from a UX point of view and see how it can be fixed. Okay, so these are 5 things I would fix from a UX point of view of the Comic-Con website. Okay. But before we get into that, I want to show you this cute little video that Google produced back in 2012, and it clearly explains why UX is super important. So let's play this.
People who bought olives also bought Chardonnay.
Oh, all right. 78% of people who viewed Chardonnay also bought What to Do When He's Not That Into You.
Well, I'm just wanting to get some olives, so...
Why not buy all 3?
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't really need them.
It'll give you a total saving of 7 pence.
I think I'll still pass, actually.
Just some wine then.
No, sorry. What? You didn't know. Excuse me. I'm not buying this wine.
Are you sure you want to remove that item from your basket?
Yes.
Why not try something new?
What, and buy something totally random that I've never shown any interest in?
Wilson Cape Memorial mug?
Yeah, okay, I'll take the mug. Obviously I'm joking, aren't I?
So how does this funny video go into UX? Well, I always like to think of websites as stores, actual places that you can go into and experience, okay? And when you make the experience tough for a user, a real live human being, it's like going to a store that's not giving you the information that you want immediately. What websites are is just a place for people to find information as fast as possible. It's not so much about the glitz and glamour and the animations and the aesthetics of the website. It's more about the UX. Can I, as a person, load up the page fast, understand what I'm looking at, and find what I need to find in the shortest amount of time? And so with that little commercial that I showed you, it showed that he was looking for olives, but then was getting distracted by other things that he didn't really need, right? And so that's why I think UX is very important. So the 5 things I would change in the Comic-Con website. Okay. So, looking at this, it's intense, okay? The first thing I would change is the negative space, okay? What is negative space? It's the same thing as white space. It's a graphic designer's thing to help the eyes breathe. If you look, the logo is so close to this type right here. If you didn't even read these words, just think of these letters and characters as shapes, and every shape is so compacted on this first row, okay? Everything is so close together, and then as you scroll down, it's even closer, and there's so many things that are yelling at you. Then you get to this point and it's like, okay, there's white space, but now there's all this information that I don't think I really need, okay? So yes, it's news articles, but it just keeps going and going and going, and I'm wondering why. Do I need to know everything here when I'm just looking on how to get a badge? Okay. If anyone wants to speak up on the live chat room, if you can tell me how to get a badge, okay, let me know if you know how to get a badge here. And I'll wait for the answer. And if no one knows, then I'll explain it. But yeah, so negative space, putting more space around the logo, around the type, around everything to make sure that there's room for eyes to breathe, because it's kind of like a newspaper right now. It's very compacted. All right. And with the internet, it's not like a newspaper where you have limited amount of space on the paper. No, you can scroll forever. You can scroll left and right. You can make things appear and disappear. There's so many things you can do for it. All right, so Jay Sugar suggests searching for the badge. If you have to make a user search on how to purchase a badge to get into your conference, then it's already bad, because then you have to search for it, find the right link, and then purchase a badge and go through that whole workflow of purchasing a badge. So I totally understand, Jay Sugar, why you would think you would search for it, because it doesn't say anything about a badge or purchase or buy or something like that. Okay. The actual answer is right here. Click here to sign up for your or log in to member ID. Yeah. Just like Robert says, yes, searching for the call to action, CTA, is bad. Okay. Riley Jones says, I instantly dived into the drop-down menus, attending the show, purchase badges. Yes, but the fact that you have to look through these to find the main call to action, which is, hey, I'm a consumer, I want to buy a thing. How do I buy a thing? Hovering over something is one interaction too much. Okay, Dustin says the page is claustrophobic. Yes, and that's what I mean by negative space. Okay, let the eyes breathe, not only for the type and the logo, but also the nav bars. Okay, these nav bars could use like more padding on the top and bottom, and also the sub navs could use a lot more space. Yeah, everything needs more white space on this page. Okay. And plus, when it comes to navigation, less is more. Okay. So number 2, now I'm saying it's built like a comic. I could see that, but comics are more about the artistry, right? Than the information. You get the information from the art and the speech bubbles. So number 2 thing I would fix is the search. Okay, if your site has a lot of content, make the search bar the most prominent thing on the page. For instance, what's a website that has a lot of content? Amazon. Okay. What's the first thing you see on Amazon besides Prime Day? I guess Prime Day is the first thing you see, because wow, it's like, whoa. Well, that's new. animated GIF or something. Huh, interesting. So the first thing at the top bar, right next to their logo, is the search. Their nav bar is hidden right here under departments, and it's huge. But how many people are really going to Amazon just to browse, right? People are going to Amazon to find the thing that they want. They already have something in their head. I want sneakers. They go to Amazon, type in sneakers, they're good to go. You go to Comic-Con, and the first thing you see is this guy right here, and for some reason it's pointing to about, and I want to search for something. I have an idea. I want to know which special guests are coming to the convention, and I want to know, like, when are they going to be there? How would I find that here? Okay, if you quickly glance, you can't find it. The first thing on the bar should be search. So, if your site, the more your site has in content-wise and page-wise, the more important it is to have the search bar first. If you're doing like a little micro site or an agency site or a portfolio site, then it's okay to put your nav bar and actually point out all the pages, because you're probably going to have a maximum of 6 or even 7 pages. But if you have a ton of pages, a ton of information, search bar is your friend. Okay. Last example of this is you're going to a supermarket. Okay. And wouldn't it be easier if you're at the supermarket and you're like, where's this? And you can just type it in, right? Type it in, and then your cart immediately knows where to go, and you're just following your autonomous cart. The cart is going to the thing. And you're like, oh, well, that was easy. Just follow my cart, and oh, it's right there on the shelf, and I put it into the cart. Done. All right? So, there it is. All right. Third thing. Type hierarchy. Okay, I agree with Riley says, I agree with the color palette. The use of color to direct the user is much needed. Is that about Comic-Con or Amazon? Okay, so type hierarchy. So if you're not familiar with type hierarchy, it's the use of different font weights, which is like bold, normal, or thin. Playing around with different color of your fonts, and also the actual size of your fonts. Okay, so they're doing it right here, the type hierarchy, where it's like this is probably the H1, okay, and it's the most bold on the article, and then you have a H2, which is, it's still bold, but it's a smaller font size, and then you have the paragraph text, which is bold and then normal here. So that's type hierarchy. So that's a good thing, okay? But then all of this is all bold. Everything is bold. Everything is shouting at you, read me, read me, read me, and it's like, whoa, dude, calm down, calm down. EBB says, or EBB says, ABC, NBC, place them at the bottom. Are you talking about the logos? I think so. Yeah, you're talking about the logos on the right. That might be a business decision because, you know, people pay for logos to be at the top. So I'm guessing Adult Swim paid the most. Oh, wait, no. No, it's alphabetical order. Yeah, if it's alphabetical order, then yeah, it should be at the bottom. It doesn't make sense to show them on the right or something like that. Yeah, good suggestion. Yeah. So let me see. Let me see. Amazon. Do they have type hierarchy example? Wow, their homepage is very, very simple. Love it. Let's see here. Okay, here, type hierarchy. So even in their nav bars, in their sub-nav, they have type hierarchy. So if you see here, Amazon Video, and then it's repeated again, but a bigger font and it's orange, it reminds me, okay, I'm hovering over the right thing. And then you have all videos, and then you have an explanation of what that link means, okay? And it's a smaller text, and it's not black, it's a gray. So you see how that type hierarchy works. My eyes go to here, then here, then here. I'm guiding the user's eyes in a nice way. And plus all this negative space around here, and with the negative space they're playing around with another ad, and it's very nice and inviting. Okay, what about latest update at the side? What is that? Latest updates at the side. Oh, putting this on the side. That would be a good one too. And I'm gonna get into that. Actually, let's get into that. That's number 4. All right, number 4. What is a homepage really for? Okay, a homepage is a summary of all of your child pages. Okay, well, the most important child pages, the stuff that's super important. So how I would redesign this homepage is figure out what's the most important pieces of information for a Comic-Con attendee, a potential Comic-Con attendee. All right. For example, number 1 I'm thinking is how to buy a badge or a ticket. Okay, that should be number 1 because that's a conversion right there. It's someone's coming to Comic-Con, they heard about it from a friend, they want to buy. That should be the most important information that should be easily found on the page. Second thing, I'm guessing that they want to tell people about the latest update or the latest news. I would keep that to a max of 5, not the whole archive of it. Okay, the max of 5, and then after the max of 5 updates, I would put a read more. Okay, or I mean not read more, view all the other articles. Okay, because this is just way too much information. The third thing I would put is who are some of the special guests that are attending. And again, I would put the top 5 or 6 that are coming, and then have another button that says view all special guests. Same thing with what panels or events are happening. Show the most popular ones and then show the rest on another page. So you see what I'm doing is I'm thinking of ways to compress the homepage into just summaries, so that way people can click over to get to where they need to. So 5 or 6 things, put a button that says go check out more. 5 or 6 things, put a button to see check out more. Also, I would put there, how do I get to the event? And lastly, for the people who aren't on the other side of the fence, aren't really converting, I would think, all right, they're probably scrolled all the way down to the bottom. They're trying to figure out, why should I go? And that's when you put your about. Okay, like, okay, if you're not interested yet, here's why people are going in the first place. Okay. Let's see here. It could be a consulting page company. Does not look like a comic, neither in type, color, or images. As a great subject, it would be a very funny project to do. With more white space, the use of type hierarchy, it will lead the user's eyes more towards the... Yes, cool. You guys get it. Awesome. And lastly, what I would do with this is... Let's go ahead and check it out in mobile. All right, let's see here. All right. Here we go. So this is what it looks like on a Nexus 6P. Yeah. Okay. So when a user is on mobile, that's more important to keep your information as a summary on your homepage. It's super important because people are on mobile and you don't want to waste their data plan, and you want to make sure that it loads fast and get the information that they really need. Now, the thing that gets me on this page is the search bar is gone. which makes it even more sad. Because it's like, you would think that they would put a search bar somewhere. I'm thinking this is an ad or something up here. But a search bar at the top that says, what are you looking for? I got you. What are you looking for? You know? And I don't have to browse on a mobile version of the site to try to figure out where on all of these pages is the thing I'm looking for. Another thing, so another thing is this nav bar right here. No, it's not the nav bar of the whole site. It's just their main 6 things that seems like the most important to them, which I don't understand. Because if I'm looking for like the special guests, it's not here. But if I go here to this drop down menu, watch what happens. Ooh, everything is in a drop down menu. Now, I know that back in the day when responsive design and mobile-only site versus desktop-only sites were the thing, because we're just first understanding responsive design, but to me, this is a no-no. This is just cheating, where you're taking a whole nav bar and then reducing it down to a drop-down menu. Okay? And this is where you would have to work with the team to figure out how can we make it more concise. How do we make it better and easier for people to find stuff? Is it a search bar? Is it removing some pages from the mobile version? Or, figure out a way to get from A to B on a mobile page. Okay? Yes, it's a mess, Riley. It's a lot to take in. Okay? You don't want to make your users go through this, because then it's a bad user experience. Now, I'm just saying all of these things of what I would do. Okay? Now, I know Comic-Con is a huge organization, and fixing their website is probably not the top of their list, because they're selling out tickets faster than the speed of light. Okay? And so they're doing something right, but these are just suggestions for any conference type of websites that you would be making in the future. With that being said, all of these UX things are kind of fixed with this awesome template that I forgot who made this template. I'll figure it out after. But this Webflow template is really awesome, because these photos give me, well, this slideshow is going it's going too fast, actually making my head spin. Okay. But okay, how do I stop this? Okay. It's going too fast. Let's see here. Webflow templates. Let me just look at it in Webflow. Conference. Okay, we'll just start over here. Okay. So this template, okay? Lots of white space. The first page isn't yelling at you. It's just saying, hey, here's a thing that's happening in the event that you might be interested in. Get tickets now right here. This call to action, super clear. All right? And if you didn't see it here, there's one up here at the top right, and I'm guessing it's a sticky nav. And then there's one right here, and it explains exactly where it's at, when it's happening, and then the amount of tickets that are left. Register to get your ticket. Super beautiful, lots of white space. Okay? If I look here, blah! It's like, what's going on? It's like so many things are yelling for your attention. This one, it's only one thing is asking for your attention. Okay? And you scroll down. Alright, let me go to actual page. If I scroll down, it explains the Unique Conference. It explains the conference a little bit more. But if this was Comic-Con, I would totally replace this area with probably the latest news on the left, and on the right, some of the special guests that are attending. Or, the speakers part. Yeah, you can put special guests here if you want. See right here, read about all the speakers. That's what I'm talking about. You get the first, this one has 8, and then you read up on all the speakers. Okay, summary, and then move on. Okay, right here could be a guide. So Comic-Con has a actual program guide that you can get for free, and probably download it, and you can see the events that are happening, and so you can download it, or see probably have a secondary call to action right here that's like download or read the online version or something like that. Oh, okay, so events that are happening. So this could be like summary of the most popular events, and then you can click on over to read all of what's happening on Tuesday. So yeah, look at all the white space that's happening here. Okay, this is a lot of information right here. This is a lot of information, but the white space makes it seem like it's not that much, but it is. Okay, so the white space around each element, especially the buttons right here, and this is what I'm talking about. This is a nav. This is a tab nav, and look how much white space on the top and bottom compared to Comic-Con right here. So close to the top and bottom. Okay, and then right here, so much. This column right here, there's blank. It's a lot of white space. It's beautiful. Okay, even the time has white space. Everything has white space. And then, like I said too, type hierarchy. Okay, this is the first thing I'm looking at. It's bold. This one is not bold, but it's smaller in font size. And yeah, Robert says it's in digestible chunks. Exactly. You don't want to feed your face all at once and you're like, oh, I can't digest. This one is more of a, okay, here you go, one bite after another bite after another bite, and you're good. All right. And then lastly, the font color right here. This one's gray and this one's black. So there you go. And then right here, what I would put, why I would go would probably be here. And then there you go. And again, register. So yeah, this template is beautiful. If you're looking for one for an event, that one's pretty cool. All right. So I remember back before I got employed by Webflow, I did a Comic-Con redesign, and as I look back, I'm like, it was good, but it's not there yet. I'm not impressed with it, but I was going for more of the story of what is Comic-Con, and get a badge, and then having the fun play in the background with a background video of people in costumes and just having fun. So yeah, and so I scroll down. I didn't listen to myself in negative space. So I kind of did, but kind of not. But it's, it was one of my first tries at this one. Okay, so this one I kind of did. So I was playing around with cards and modals and whatnot. If you want to check it out, here you go. Search bar. So yeah, this was all done in Webflow. So okay, so this one, I tried to take their existing nav bar and make it more user-friendly. Okay, so look at all the white space I was trying to put in. So yeah, oh, that's the same one right there. Yeah, But that was my shot at it. Okay, so that's the 5 things I would fix on the Comic-Con website. Any questions? Anyone want to chime in or have a story about UX that they would like to share? If so, put it in the chat room. Also, this is the time if you have any other general Webflow questions, or if you are working on something on Webflow that you would like for the group to critique. Yeah, post it there. It has to be a webflow.io link. And yeah, hopefully you guys got some ideas from this topic. Yeah, as I'm waiting for the questions, I'm going to tell you guys one thing I'm working on. I want to do something fun. Here we go. Oh, cool. Got 4 likes on it. Nice. All right. Actually, I'll wait. I'll wait for the questions. Okay, if no questions, I'll move on to the community challenges. So I wanted to tell you guys, a while back we did some community challenges where I would challenge people with an assignment on the forums, and people who made the best ones, oh, here we go. First question. Shalom, welcome. How important are landing pages versus the home page? Landing pages to me are those one-off pages. For example, if if Webflow was selling a t-shirt or something, and it would be like webflow.com/t-shirt, then I'm thinking that would be a landing page. And so hopefully we're talking the same thing. That's how I see landing pages. They're one-off things, hyper-focused to a certain thing of a bigger thing. A home page, to me, is a summary of all the pages within the website. So even if you go to webflow.com, it's just a summary of all the pages, of all the child pages. So for instance, you scroll down here, what is Webflow? You scroll down here, so we have the top 3 case studies, and then it says read all user stories. So again, like I mentioned before. And then right here, it's talking about our designer tool, and then this goes to the designer tool page. So I'm guessing, for instance, if I go here, this would be a landing page, okay, webflow.com/designer, and then webflow.com is a home page. Okay, so to me, both are super important. Okay, if you can get people, if you have a certain demographic that you're marketing to, like say this one is more for the web designers who do a lot of front end stuff, we would send them to this page first, not the home page, but this page, because it hyper focus on the designer tool, and it gets people interested. Jorn, a landing page could be a page you get to when you have made a search for something for example, Google. Yeah. Thank you, Jordan. Yeah. Good question. That's so awesome. To be honest, I'm mostly designing my price list and ad posters on Webflow. So my wish list after user authorization sign up feature would be to have export as PNG or PDF function right off of Webflow. I think you can do that with a browser anyways right now. Defunk, try doing like a print to PDF. You can, using Google Chrome, you can save a page as PDF. But That's a different case study. That's interesting that you would use Webflow for something that's mainly for print. But hey, if you found a use for it, that's awesome. Sorry, not a question, but something just wanted to... Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Any statements, any comments, any questions, here to help. All right. Any other questions? Great answer about the lens and hyper-focus. I get it now, thanks. Oh, you're welcome, Shalom. Pete, my response was to think of a website like a children's book. UX is the story, UI is the illustrations. UX is the story, UI is the illustrations. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because in a book, you know, when you're telling the story, you want to make sure that it's easily digestible. You want to make the first part of the story the hook, and you want people to scroll down or turn the page. You know, you want to keep making them turn the page and whatnot, and so the UX or the story has to make sense, and it's not too confusing. And then you add little illustrations here and there you go. I, for one, prefer pop-up books because the UX is so fun. I recently attended a seminar on UX hosted by General Assembly and included designers from a few firms here. And one question that kept coming up was, what's the difference between UX and UI? Yes. Oh, there's this awesome video, and I'll send it to you guys. What is UX? Square something. There's like, not Squarespace, but like it's what is UI? There's this one, man. Keep talking while I try to find this, guys. Man, I was following them. It's why is UI important? No. Where is that one? It's an old video. Can't find it. Yeah, Mike Locke is an awesome guy. He was actually on our on a previous stream. Man, I don't think I can find this old video, but still it goes into my head because it's like the easiest way to tell someone what UX is. The video had this guy who was talking, what is user experience in 5 minutes? Darn, I thought that would be it. What is... No! He was really good. Oh well. UX is closer to interaction design. You have to study how the user acts. UI is all about the looks. I agree. Yeah, I love watching people interact with interfaces. For example, probably back in 2016, so 2012, I think. I was at a Jack in the Box waiting for my order, and there is one cashier, live person, at the register, and there was a kiosk, and it was new, and you can order from the kiosk. And it was interesting, because some people, like one person went to the kiosk first and was like interested. Obviously, I use the kiosk because I like playing with interfaces and computers and whatnot. But this person was pressing buttons on the touch screen and then went and then just completely left it and went to the human at the cash register. But the cash register had 4 people in line. The kiosk had no one waiting in line. And so it just shows that interface was bad. The UI was nice. The design was nice. The UX was bad, because anytime someone goes, huh, or has a furrow, or for a split second is confused, you lost them. Okay, and there's this one running joke that's going around the internet right now. It's an old joke. A user interface is like a joke. If you have to explain it, it's not that good. Okay? And that's why it's always fun. I think it's fun to watch people use apps for the first time when they first install an app. And how do they go through it? What's that first time user experience like, you know? And they're like, I don't know what to touch. I don't know what to touch. Oh, delete. PDF upload you find on the forum. Ability to upload store files. Yes, the next assets manager is coming. Yeah, you'll be able to upload more than just images. You'll be able to upload MP4s, MP3s, PDFs, images, obviously, videos. And when I mean by videos, I'm not saying that you can stream them. I'm just saying it's the same thing as background videos, okay? Because you can already upload background videos. Also, folder directories in your asset manager. That's coming. Yeah, so makes it even more easier to organize. Yes. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so talking about community challenges. So if you guys can, just post a simple reply or like it or whatnot. Okay. I want to give you guys points. So if you win a community challenge, you get points. If you help people on the forums, you get points. If you make a tutorial about something that we don't have a tutorial about yet in our help center, you get points. If you make a video tutorial, you get points. Other things, you go to a meetup and talk about Webflow. You tell a friend and they sign up for Webflow. Like, think about it. Think about how you would grow the community and help the community. If you do that, I want to give you points. And these points can be turned in for prizes. I don't know what the prizes are. I'm still trying to think about it. I'm thinking, stuff like Webflow discounts, Amazon gift cards, I don't know, a video game console. Like, thinking about it, trying to grow the community. So if you would be interested in something like that, hit a like, hit the heart button, or post a reply. Okay? I just want to see if people would be interested in it, and that way I can see if I can implement it into our workshops and also put more time into it in my into my daily routines. Okay, because I love this community so much, and every time someone gives a thoughtful response and really helps someone out, even if they're a beginner, we should all be helping out. I really believe that if you learn something, teach that something, and that person will learn it and they will teach, and then that's how we make this community even better, because we're all empowering each other to be awesome web designers. And so when you do that, I want to empower you guys even more and give back, because you're helping us. I want to help you. And yeah. So done. Yes, I think that would be great motivation. The points thing is yeah. Cool. Yay. Yes. Thank you guys. Make this super fun. Like, the community challenges last time was like make this type of landing page or something, or redesign something. So this time I'm going to make it a little bit easier. What about Comic-Con redesign challenge? I think that would take too long, because I've done that last time and I don't want to take up too much of people's free time. I'd rather do things like a small module, like what would a weather card look like? Or can you recreate a Google Material Design weather card in Webflow using interactions and whatnot? That would be a cool challenge. Doing a whole website or web page, I feel would be too much, because that actually takes a couple of hours. I'm trying to think of what could you do in an hour to 2 hours. And a future thought that I had is, would be cool if there was a live stream 8-hour design jam, okay? Like on Twitch or on YouTube Live, where community members don't know what they're working on until I announce it, and then throughout the whole day, you have X amount of hours to get that project done. And then it's kind of like, you know, those cooking shows where you're on a timer and it's like, okay, hands up, you're done. Let's see what you finished. And just, I think that would be fun. So that's a future idea, but let's start from the beginning and bring back community challenges. And then maybe as those challenges go, we'll see where we are. People are constantly asking about login systems. Yes, Dave was working on figuring that out. It's under code, right? Code help. No. There's some sort of third party. I'll find it for you guys. Or if you can find it on the search. There's a third party system that lets you implement a login thing to your site. And Dave was, customer support hero Dave was trying to figure out if it'll work with Webflow. But yeah, it's on our roadmap, but we don't have as with all features, we don't have a firm ETA, because again, we focus on quality of the features rather than the quantity. So we will get there. Okay. Oh, Daniel's already done it. You already done it. So webflow.com/finidev. And you've already done it? There's a post about auth.io. Which one? Which one? Hello, Daniel. Oh. This one, huh? This is a simple example of it. Oh. Alright, here. Let me give you the link, guys. I'm going to have to research that one. Nice. It would be a nice example for if you announce a week before the webinar that we will be remaking the X site, so we can try to recreate it as well. So during the webinar, we can have many versions of it. Ooh, great idea, Anna. Yeah, we're going to do that. Yeah, that's a great idea. I'm thinking about it in my head how it... Okay, that can be part of, like, that would be another community challenge. I guess that can be part of the community challenges. So one of the things I wanted to do is announce, show off the entries, and then show the winners. Okay, or I mean announce the winners. So you'll see everyone who's entered, and then announce the winner on the live stream. Okay, so that would be a great idea, Anna. Let's see here. Bella asks, can you purchase multiple templates and combine certain features for each one? No, you cannot at this time, but that is a future thing we are working on currently. And I've seen it done where you can copy a group of elements from one Webflow project to another that's in your account. And that's something that we personally need in the Webflow team, because we want to start a style guide Webflow template or Webflow project and keep it on our dashboard. And then we want to be able to copy elements from that style guide and place it in any future marketing landing pages or one-off microsites or something, you know? That would be really awesome. And that's what we're working on right now. Alwa, oh my god, I am here, loving the classes. Welcome, welcome. Yeah. Style guys, yes. Let's see here. Yeah. Let me find that thing. Hold on. Okay, no problem. I am me if you would like help with anything that may be more advanced. I've done those as well. Yeah, FiniDev, are you on the forums? Yeah, you are. Okay, if you guys want to know more about his login system and how it can work, click on that message button at the top right. Send him a private message and be like, hey, help me out. Or Daniel would be awesome, and I'll make a note of it, if you made a tutorial. That would really help. That would help the community so much. So think about that. Can you help one person at a time, or can you help everyone at one time? Would be to recreate the website in Webflow or redesign it. Okay. I'm gonna find this video. Does anyone have an updated tutorial for the most updated one is on our YouTube page /Webflow, and Will made it. Let me find it for you. Let's see here, videos. Nope. Where did we put it? It's like the full UX, or I mean the UI in Webflow. There it is. Back in January 20th. It's a long video, but it's everything. So there you go, Bella. Do you have any trouble with required fields on a slider? No. Okay, Alexander, recreate, and I'm guessing. Yes, we would recreate and redesign things in Webflow for the community challenges. I mean, for example, did the redesign of the Tesla website, no, or today's comment. We could do it before Webflow, then we see a version. Okay. I would love to implement a search bar for location, but based on their location, street number, is that possible? Building e-commerce in Webflow. Search bar. Oh man, I posted something on the forums about location under design board, I think. Probably tips and tricks. There's like a location thing. Oh man. Oh, there he goes. Haha. So there you go. Just add this to your so add this script to your Webflow site, and you'll have a location search bar. So like let's see, what? So there you go, autocomplete, and you got it. But also you can, like, of course, do it something like this, like that, and on that thread you'll see that Sam has added it to his Webflow project like this. So add a location, so one orchard, boom, Google Map. So yeah, and this is a Webflow site. Really awesome. Daniel's working on a 100% Webflow dashboard app too. Yeah. Show us that when you're done. Yeah. I want to see how awesome you can make it. I can't find that video. I'm so searching. It's that video has made me it's like one of the reasons why I started doing YouTube and also talking online. There we go. Let's see here. Oh, I can't find it. Wow, and the search works with dynamic content. The search does not work with our dynamic collections yet. We are working on our own search bar, but again, no firm ETA. Why can't I find it? Oh, darn. If I can't find it, sorry, guys. But yeah, so any other questions about Webflow? Anything you're working on? I'm really interested in it. I want to see what you guys are doing. And also, there's this new page right here. "3D Transforms." This was made by JP, what's his name? João Paulots from Brazil. He's like one of the most creative people who use Webflow that I've seen. Can you copy the link here? Just go ahead and put whatever the subdomain is for .webflow.io. And I will pull it up. Using 3D transforms, so he's having fun. And this is what I want you guys to do. Just don't be scared to do something crazy, you know, and see where it goes. Like using 3D transforms and whatnot and animations. Just see what happens, you know. Even if it comes out really bad, as long as you learn something from it, and try again, because that's all design is. Just you keep messing with things until it clicks. Yeah. All right, guys, if there's no other questions, while I wait for the next, let's say the last two questions, while I wait for them, oh, here we go, never mind. Pillars training. All right, here we go. What are we doing? Okay. Cool. All right. Lot of white space here. Like it. Good job. And totally understand what this means. I understand it's all about training. You have a clear call to action. One thing I would fix right away is, we talked about this, white space. So it's kind of hard to read the training. So maybe the logo can be a bit bigger, but also the space on the top and bottom, there needs to be more padding so you can have white space around the logo so it's more breathable for the eyes. Okay. Also, it seems like this is way too close to the bottom. Okay, so these navbar links are way too close to the bottom. Needs more. If you have this much white space at the top, it would be nice if it was equal space at the bottom, or just push these up a bit so it's vertically centered within this bar. Okay. All right. Also, I would add a dark overlay on top of this photo, because this type right here, it's going into her face, and it's kind of melding into each other. You want to make sure that it's easily readable between the background photo and the type. Okay, as we scroll down. Okay, more white space here. So don't be afraid to push things out a lot, you know, that way it'll help people digestible chunks, okay, like we talked about before. Okay, these read more links, they could be a different color. Try to stay away from the default blue. Okay, this is good. So we have iconography going. And again, more white space between these things would be nice. Okay, and so here, now we have too much white space. Okay, and you can tell because this top right here, there's not much, but here there's a lot. And so keep it equal. Okay. Okay, even these title bars right here could use more white space. Okay. Good so far. Yeah. Okay, so this is a one-pager that goes like that. I'm still working about contact. Cool. Yeah, good start. You know, Flexbox does that in 3 seconds. Yes, learn Flexbox. If you're not familiar yet with Flexbox, this is your first time coming to a Webflow workshop. Flexboxgame.com. It's fun, it's educational, and imagine a world where you don't have to use floats. Yes, it's a real world. You should join it. It's super fun. All right. Cool. All right. While I'm waiting for the last, say, 2 questions or 1 link to go over, I want to say thank you guys. Thank you so much for coming to another Webflow workshop. It really makes me happy to see this community grow. And like I said before, I want to empower you guys. That's my main purpose, to empower you guys to do something awesome and go beyond your perceived limits, because there is no limits. And with Webflow, there's even less limits, because you can do animations and whatnot without coding. Yeah, and I say that from the bottom of my heart. You guys will be awesome. Just keep at it, keep experimenting, make awesome stuff. Okay. Let's see here. ETA of tables in Webflow, sad emoji face. We don't have tables. I don't have an ETA for it, but I would really suggest using Flexbox instead, because you can control Flexbox more than you can control tables. All right. Go play around with flexboxgame.com, and little by little you'll start to understand it, and you'll see that it's more powerful than tables, because it's meant for responsive web. Tables have been around since HTML1, all right? During Netscape and IE wars, remember that? That's tables. Tables to me is meant for HTML emails, you know? So try Flexbox. That might do the thing. Okay. This is the beginning stages from the dashboard. Okay, here we go. And the menu doesn't slide on purpose. All right, here we go. Let's see what you're doing. Ooh. Hey now. Okay. Let's see here. It doesn't slide on purpose. Interesting. Why doesn't it slide on purpose? Love what you did. I'm gonna play around with everything. Nice, nice, nice. No problem. There you go. Click items, show and hide. Okay. I like this. Okay, so first thing that comes to my mind is these colors. Do they mean something? Okay. Because we have pink, magenta, blue, green. And then we have blue, green, pink, magenta, orange. So do they connect in some way? Does money icon connect to performance? So money is the performance? If so, shouldn't money be the first because it's performance is first? Or should performance be number 3 on this tab list? So when you're playing with colors, make sure that the colors connect as well. I'll give you an example of what we do on Webflow. Notice how the blue here, okay, this section is blue, and then when you go to the designer tool page, it's a blue gradient that also is blue with all the style panel things. When you turn on something on the style panel, it's blue. Okay, now when you go to the CMS, the dynamic elements and the dynamic collections of the designer tool, everything's purple. And when you select something, it's purple as well. So if you've noticed that we made sure that the colors all mean something. Let's see here. Daniel says those are widget toggles. They will different pieces of application. Okay, all right. I'm really interested to see where this goes. So far, great job. I'm wondering, is this Flexbox? I'm wondering, what did you do? And let's see. Am I supposed to look at it like this? No, I'm not. Okay, sorry. I wanted to try. Oh, actually, it almost fits. All right. Videos are the most important part actually, and I use the darker pink magenta to draw the eye first. Nope, no, not yet. Okay, sorry for looking at it like that. But hey, it's a great start. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Really, really good job. All right. So that's it. Let me do my sign off, okay? Yes. Where do I begin? Okay, so if you have any account, billing, or technical issues, hit up the customer support hero team at support@webflow.com. We will get back to you within minutes or hours, but promise you it's fast. Okay, if you have any design issues, our super helpful community is here to help 24/7 at forum.webflow.com. Okay. Want to follow us on Facebook? It's facebook.com/webflow. On Twitter, it's at Webflow app, or you can follow me at the Pixel Geek. What else? Oh yeah. This happens every Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific time. I will be here. The community will be here. Oh yeah. Thank you, Alexandra. The challenge. Go to forum.webflow.com. Look up. Search for community challenges, and let me know if you guys wanna do something like this. Let's have some fun. Anything else I missed? I don't think so. So I will see you guys next week. Might be having a guest talk more about UI and UX in the corporate setting. Until then, make the web beautiful. See you guys.